Stop looking at your dog as just a pet. In history, he was a monster. You think you're safe, but for 5,000 years, humans didn't cuddle these animals. They feared them. You are sleeping next to a creature that ancient kings believed could drag your soul straight to hell. Today, we are exposing the 7 terrifying mythological origins of the dog that history tried to bury. By the end of this video, you won't look at man's best friend the same way again. Let's get into the dark truth. Dogs in human consciousness. You probably think you know your dog. You look at them sleeping on the rug, twitching their paws, and you see a loyal friend, a goofy companion. But let me tell you something that might unsettle you. If we look back at the terrifying foundations of human history, that animal at your feet isn't just a pet. It's an ancient archetype that has haunted our nightmares for thousands of years. We like to view dogs through a modern, comfortable lens, maybe a bit of that sentimental Victorian view where they are just furry family members. But scratch the surface of our collective subconscious, and you find something much darker. The dog is the primary figure in the mythology foundations of humanity. They weren't just guarding the house, they were guarding the terrifying boundaries of reality itself. Think about it. Why do we feel safe with them? Is it because they are cute? Or is it because deep down, in our primal brains, we know they are the only things capable of staring into the dark and barking back? It's a comforting thought, until you realize what exactly they see in that darkness. This brings us to a role so vital, yet so chilling, that almost every ancient culture agreed upon it. And trust me, you don't want to walk this path alone. The dog as a soul guide. Imagine the moment your heart stops. The world fades to black. You are standing on a precipice, staring into an eternal void. You are terrified. You are alone. But then, you hear a sound. A bark. This is the concept of the Psychopomp. In the ancient world, the dog was the designated spirit guide, the entity trusted to lead human souls from this world to the next. Honestly, I find this incredibly moving. It's like the ancients knew that death was too big, too scary for us to face without our best friends. But this isn't a walk in the park. This is a journey through the unknown. Experts in mythology tell us that without a psychopomp, the soul remains lost, wandering the void forever. Imagine being stuck in a cold, empty darkness for eternity just because you didn't have a guide. It's a mild threat that kept ancient people in line. Respect the dog, or lose your way forever. But here's the part they didn't tell you in history class. These guides weren't always fluffy golden retrievers. They were powerful, godlike beings who demanded respect. If you think your dog gets mad when you miss dinner time, wait until you meet the deities who manage your afterlife. Because the first one we are going to meet doesn't just guide you, he judges you. Anubis, the Egyptian jackal. Let's travel to the sands of ancient Egypt. Here, the psychopomp isn't a pet, he is a god. Anubis. You've seen him, the terrifying stoic figure with the head of a jackal. I've always found Anubis to be the most intimidating of all the gods. He's not there to play fetch. He is the guardian of death. His role goes beyond just showing you the door. In Egyptian mythology, Anubis presides over the weighing of the heart. Picture this. You are standing in the Hall of Truth. Anubis takes your heart, your actual heart, with all its secrets, all your lies, all your guilt, and places it on a scale against a feather. If your heart is heavy with sin, you don't get a happy ending. You get devoured. It's a brutal, high-stakes moment that makes you question every bad decision you've ever made. Historians and archaeologists have found countless statues of Anubis guarding tombs, proving just how much the Egyptians relied on this jackal-headed god to keep them safe. They trusted him implicitly. But here's the kicker. Anubis is just one face of this archetype. Across the ocean, in a completely different civilization, another dog was waiting to drag souls through a literal hell. And this journey? It makes the Egyptian trials look like a vacation. Xolotl, guiding souls through Mictlan. Now, let's move to the Aztec Empire. Here, the dog god is named Xolotl. And if you thought Anubis was scary, Xolotl is the definition of intense. He is the deity responsible for guiding souls through Mictlan, the Aztec underworld. Mictlan wasn't a place of rest. It was a grueling, dangerous obstacle course of crashing mountains and obsidian winds. And Xolotl? He was the only one who knew the way. I love this because it perfectly captures that fierce loyalty. The Aztecs believed so strongly in this that they would often bury dogs with their dead, just to ensure they had a Xolotl figure to help them cross the terrifying river of the afterlife. It's the ultimate social proof, an entire civilization betting their eternal souls on the guidance of a dog. But there is a darker layer here. Xolotl wasn't just a guide. He was a twin to Quetzalcoatl, representing the dark side of Venus. He represents the descent into the frightening unknown. If you didn't respect dogs in life, legend says Xolotl would leave you stranded at the riverbank, destined to vanish into nothingness. A terrifying thought, right? But what happens when the dog isn't trying to help you cross over? What happens when the dog is there to make sure you never, ever leave? This is where the story shifts from guidance to imprisonment. Guardians of the Underworld Gates. We are shifting gears now. We are moving from the Psychopomp, who holds your hand, to the guardian who bares his teeth. This is a crucial distinction in the mythology foundations. While Anubis and Xolotl are moving with you, the guardians are stationary. They are the sentinels, the bouncers of the afterlife. Their job isn't to comfort you. It is to keep the living out and the dead in. Honestly, it makes sense. If hell is real, you want a good lock on the door. And what better lock than a monstrous beast that never sleeps? These are the guardians of the Underworld Gates. They represent the terrifying finality of death. Once you pass them, there is no U-turn. No going back to delete your browser history. You are done. And the most famous of these guardians is a creature so iconic, his name is synonymous with monster. Cerberus, the three-headed beast. Cerberus! The Greek monster, the hound of Hades. You can't talk about mythological dogs without mentioning the big guy. Cerberus is the three-headed dog who stands guard at the gates of Hades. 3 heads. Why 3? Some say it represents the past, present, and future. Others say it's just 3 times the terror. He is the ultimate symbol of no escape. Literature is full of heroes trying to get past him. Hercules, Orpheus. But for the average soul, Cerberus was the final thing you saw before the gloom of the underworld took you. He is the guardian of the Hellgate in the truest sense. There is something almost tragic about him. He's bound to that gate, eternally vigilant. He's the ultimate good boy, doing his job for eternity, ensuring the order of the cosmos. But if you think a 3-headed dog is the bloodiest it gets, you are wrong. There is one more beast, hidden in the freezing mists of the north, and he makes Cerberus look like a puppy. Garmr, the blood-stained watchdog. Finally, we arrive in the frozen lands of Norse mythology. Here, waiting in the cave Gnipahellir, is Garmr. Even the name sounds like a growl. Garmr is described as the blood-stained watchdog guarding the gates of Helheim. blood-stained. That is a specific, horrifying detail that tells you everything you need to know. He isn't just watching, he is fighting. He is tearing at the chains of reality. In the Norse apocalypse, Ragnarok, Garmr breaks free. He is a symbol of chaos unleashed. While other dogs guide you or guard you, Garmr represents the violent, uncontrollable aspect of death. It's a reminder that nature and death cannot be tamed forever. So, the next time you look at your dog, remember the blood-stained Garmr, the three-headed Cerberus, and the jackal Anubis. They are all in there, hidden behind those puppy dog eyes. Your dog carries the weight of thousands of years of human belief, the guardian, the guide, and the beast. Respect them, because in the end, they might be the only ones who know the way home. Now you know the reality. That good boy at your feet is actually a soul-snatching guardian. Don't be the owner who doesn't know what's living in their own house. Hit that subscribe button right now to unlock the hidden, darker history of the animal kingdom. Do it, or Anubis might just weigh your heart next. See you in the Underworld.